Hey, so got another video. And so what I'm doing is lifestyle, just things that happen in our lives, right? So right now I am on my way to the funeral home to meet my daughter because my aunt, her great aunt, passed away last Thursday. So today is Wednesday, November the 20, what's today, the 27th? And so she passed away Thursday, November the 21st. And um, my sister was, our aunt's main caregiver. And so we all met up we're here in San Antonio. So we went to Lewis Funeral Home. Lewis Funeral Home is the same funeral home that took care of my mom, her remains, and, things like that when she passed away. If anyone is watching this and you happen to be in San Antonio, Texas, I highly, highly, highly recommend Lewis Funeral Home. I absolutely love the mortician that's there. Her name is Desiree Mitchell. Shout out to Desiree. Um, and like I fell in love with Miss Desiree. The professionalism, the care, the concern, they give you enough time to go through everything, to ask questions, to talk. I'm one person where I like to make light of things, so I try to do things or say things to keep people in a positive spirit and a positive mood. So I was like that when my mom passed away. No different with my aunt Boogie. So yes, my aunt, her nickname is Boogie because I guess partying. She got that nickname a long, long, long time ago. But yesterday, long story short, I may record another video just talking about this because on my YouTube channel, this is lifestyles. Myself and my husband, we are the Williams, and just sharing the things that we go through, the things that we do, things that we encounter, thoughts, whatever's on my heart, what's weighing on my mind, whatever. I like to share in vlog form. Prayerfully, it'll help someone else. And so we went to the funeral home. My husband was still at work. My step pops, was I guess back at work. But the three of us went to support each other, moral support, emotional support. And my daughter is actually getting ready to go to school herself so that she can become a mortician. So now she has a mentor. And so she was just, taking it all in, asking questions. I hope this microphone is able to cancel out the noise. I'm gonna see because I have my sunroof open. Didn't even think about it until I got on the highway, and we'll see how it does. But we went to the funeral home and did all of that, took care of the paperwork. My daughter wanted to see our aunt one last time because she wasn't at the house when she passed away. My daughter was actually at work, but since they wasn't notified ahead of time, the gentleman that pulls the body out and prepares it to be viewed, he wasn't there. So we rescheduled for today at 12 noon, and it is approximately 11:42. I am gonna close this sunroof up because I know I'm trying to talk, and it might not be that loud, but to me, it's annoying and loud. So yeah, we're going back today. So I told my daughter like, I'll be there with you, no problem. So we're gonna be doing that, and it's just I'm excited for my daughter to take this journey. To my surprise, she wants to be a mortician, so I will be sharing videos about that, just my thoughts and feelings as far as my child. And she's not a child, I say that. She's 26, no kids. She's a licensed cosmetologist, and plus she also works for Boeing. Um, so she's got a good head on her shoulders. But it just surprised me that she wants to deal in an industry that um, deals with end of life. Um, I'm a nurse and I deal with it. It's a part of my job, but I could not see doing that, 100%. And then also, the things that they have to do with the body, preparing the bodies and things like that. Anatomy and physiology, gross anatomy, and all of that stuff. Chemistry, and she could do it. I mean, she's still young. That's her passion, and it was nice to see her excited about something. And that's good to be a part of families' journeys and helping to comfort them and helping to care for their lost loved one and you know helping them get prepared for their final resting place. So um, I appreciate that in her. um, and so yeah, I'm just thinking about the conversations we're gonna have, and because I had some breakdowns when I was in nursing school. I did. um, and so I had my mom to talk to when I was going through that, and so it'll be interesting, um, just to see the types of things my daughter brings to me, because she has her own townhouse. She lives by herself. So when we spend time together or when she calls to vent, I'm just curious to see what will our discussions be like. But I'm excited to share that with you guys as well. If anyone is watching my video, and if you yourself happen to be a mortician, or if you are a person whose child is, in college for that. She's going to be going to SACU, which is San Antonio College here in San Antonio, Texas. I think they just call it SAC. But she's excited, and I'm excited for her as well. So, but if you can share, maybe your thoughts. How do you support um, your child when they're in school to be trained for this profession? Because I'll tell you, before that, my daughter loved thunder. Well, she didn't love thunderstorms. She loved tornadoes. She wanted to be a storm chaser. And I wasn't down with that because it's very dangerous. But at the same time, although she loved tornadoes, she was fascinated with it. She loved meteorology. When we would have a thunderstorm, they used to scare her. And I would tell her, like, how are you going to be a storm chaser when thunderstorms scare you? She's since gotten over it. And, she's 26 now. So it was just, I was not okay with her going to Oklahoma University. We didn't have any family there, her being by herself. I know people may feel differently about that, but I would feel more secure if she had someone there with her because, times are crazy. Things happen when you have family in your city, in your state, or whatever. But for, someone to be fresh out of high school, relocating to a whole new state, a whole new lifestyle to go to college and, dorm life and things like that, stuff happens. And that's just me. She, didn't resist too much, but she's always been very artistic. So cosmetology, she loves to draw. She does makeup very well. And then the lashes, she loves that. So that's her baby. And it's like now, she's deciding to go back to college and she wants to be a mortician. So um, I'm excited just to see what the future is going to hold for her. So this, me worrying about, you know, her being uncomfortable, being at the funeral home, and even seeing our aunt, you know, on a slab there at the funeral home. I'm thinking psychologically, like, that's going to be a lot for her, but um, she's fine with it because This is, her niche. This is what she's interested in practicing professionally. And so I was just like, wow, okay. So now I don't have to worry about her like that, and how she feels. I'm sure it's still going to affect her, but exposing her, unfortunately, in this lifetime, we have to deal with the loss of a loved one. People have to deal with that, but just knowing that she wants to be able to help families and she wants to make this her profession, I think that's pretty dope. So I am 2.5 miles away from my exit, right on time as far as like our appointment. I'm on the highway and there is this oversized load, and this is what's taking us forever because we're behind them, and it's like I just might as well stay. Yeah, it's crazy. Traffic's crazy. San Antonio traffic sucks anyway, and there's always something going on, but I'm glad I'm not like, short on an appointment or something like that. Um, but yeah, I just had to record that real quick, um, just to say, with preparation for my aunt's final resting, um, goes right in line with what my daughter is going to be going to college for. So yeah, like you gonna thank you. I love when I see people in traffic are so considerate. And I'm getting ready to get off this highway so that I can continue on my journey. But I love to see when people are courteous in traffic. That really, really just helps me smile when it comes to humanitarianism. That word, humanitarianism. I think it is. But yeah. So I'm just gonna end this vlog. Those are my immediate thoughts as far as like what I am doing in relation to this portion of my life with the funeral one, and my aunt passing away and going back to the funeral home so that my daughter can view her body just before she's cremated. Well, and another thing, it is um, just before the Thanksgiving holidays, so things are on hold. It's going to be pushed back a little bit because they typically have the I think it's the coroner, or I think it's the coroner that signs the death certificate. They have 10 days is usually when they sign it, but since we have the holiday when my aunt passed away, I'm sure it won't be signed until next week. So it will be more than 10 days in her case. But yeah, so they have to sign off on her death certificate before they can transport her body to Meadow Lawn and for cremation. So I will be recording other videos because I'm gonna be more involved. When my mom died, we had her cremated as well, and I'll show in my next video. I spoke to the mortician, and she prefers the title of mortician versus director because she does more than that in her position. But there's a place in Ohio that's called Glass Remembrance. No, I'm not sponsored, no plug, but um, they take the cremains and they have various glass sculptures that they blow the cremains in. And on the website, it's called Glass Remembrance. They have so many options that I became overwhelmed, but I did pick something that's called the Enduring Fountain, and they have different colors. My mom's favorite color was black. My favorite color is purple. And so the base of the fountain is those colors combined with others, and it's so pretty, so beautiful. So in the next video I will have that on display just to show, and then at the bottom of it I had it engraved, and then they shipped the ornament back to the funeral home, and then I came and picked it up. My husband has since, immediately after, he purchased a crystal stand for the enduring fountain to sit on, and it actually changes colors. It changes the colors of the rainbow, and I keep it on all the time. It's been going almost 3 years, and the battery, I mean, there's nothing that has malfunctioned, but it is so pretty, the colors that it turns and it illuminates and shines on the ceiling. It is very nice, very, very nice. And I actually got to show, um, Desiree the the piece, because she hadn't seen that actually. So I thought that was pretty dope. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video. I'm just pulling up. My daughter is already here, and I will be back to let you guys know how it turns out.